Hey, what's crackalacking? Is your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so back again, once again with the Walk the Mock. That's right. If you're unfamiliar with Walk the Mock, I'll go into it real quick before I drop the lobby link. Is a draft simulator where you'll select a team, but here's the kick: you are going to be drafting against real life other people in the chat. Me, myself, tonight I'm going to be on the Colts. I don't know why, I'm just feeling the Colts all of a sudden, so I'm going to be on the Colts. You do have to be a premium member at Walk the Mock. Use the link in the description. Use promo code Broshmo, gets you 20% off. So instead of like $5 a month, it's $4. So let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead tweet out the link. I'm going to put it in the description. Also going to drop it in the chat. What up, Jay? How you doing, bud? Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm currently watching a little March Madness. Watching Colorado State take on Virginia. I got Colorado State in this. In my bracket challenge, I at least chose Colorado State to beat Texas. So that's me anticipating that Colorado State gets by Virginia. I don't know if Virginia beats Texas, but to be fair, I didn't watch a lot of college basketball this year, so maybe I'm just uber ignorant. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Always much appreciated, much obliged. Hi says, hey, Broshmo. Well, what up? Hopefully you're having a good day. Oh, man, Virginia can't sink a bucket to save their life. I love it. Is Alabama overrated? Yes, but I don't think they're overrated enough to actually lose to Charleston. It's Charleston, right? Something like that. I was tempted though. Here, I'm gonna pin the lobby in the chat. I was tempted to take Grand Canyon over Alabama because I got Grand Canyon taking out St. Peter's, or is this St. Peter's? St. Mary's. St. Mary's. St. Peter's is 15 seed. What up, Chrome? How you doing, buddy? Didn't even know March Madness was happening. Not much hype for it like it was in the past. Well, I mean, March Madness happened so late in March now. But yeah, no, March Madness currently kicked off today with 2 of the play-in games. Tomorrow will be the other 2 play-in games. I did not get free ice cream from Dairy Queen. I know Dairy Queen had a free ice cream day. Whoever drafts for the Texans, here's hoping you grab Tavondre Sweat. That'd be nice. Just up. You think you got the perfect bracket? I think I have an okay bracket. I'm a big UConn fan. I don't know why. I think it's just because I like Huskies. You couldn't tell by my dogs who are Huskies. So as a kid, I always rooted for UConn, and they were actually quite good back when I was a child. What up, Daniel? What up, Laugh for Entertainment? Ha ha ha. There you go. All right, we still got a couple of teams left here. We got the Jags, Titans, Broncos. Still got a little less than 5 minutes to go. So if you want to hop in here, hop up in here. Yeah, Martell, you ain't wrong. Oh man, I didn't know the lottery was up to $900 million. Broncos going QB? Man, I don't know. It doesn't feel great taking a Bo Nix or a Michael Penix there at 12. Ananiah, I was right about Fields this whole time. And it's not being right about Fields, it's just being right about the predicament the Bears were in. You have the chance to reset the rookie contract at the most valuable and expensive position in the NFL, quarterback. You don't know what you don't know what you have in Fields through 3 seasons. It's just smarter. It's just smarter to go ahead and take quarterback. And it's not like you're taking like a bum. You're taking probably one of the most highly rated prospects to come out in recent memory, at least since Trevor Lawrence. Broshmo won the lottery. You wouldn't see him on the channel anymore. Nah, Pat's nah, dude. You'd still see me on the channel. You just see me a hell of a lot less. A hell of a lot less. You won't be getting these daily videos, I'll tell you that. Thoughts on Christian Fulton fit with the Chargers? He's like fine. Like Fulton, he had a bit of a down year. But prior to that, when he was able to stay healthy, he wasn't half bad. He was fairly solid. So, I mean, still, you got to go add more talent and competition to the position. But Fulton's a fine signing. He's a fine signing. What's McCarthy's fit with the Vikings? What's his fit? I mean, what's his fit? What do you mean by that, Martell? What's his fit? He could come in and he could run a Sean McVay-esque scheme that won't ask a ton from him. That'll be able to create. Oh, man. Dude, Virginia's so balls right now. I think they're like 0 for 10. Oh, Colorado State's running away. But in a system that you really just got to make some quick reads. It really attacks the short to intermediate. It tries to use the run game to kind of set up the vertical pass, the deep shot, so to speak. And you're kind of hoping that run game will be better next year with Aaron Jones. Like McCarthy's a guy that, for the most part, he works really well in a system. You go through, make reads. He's not going to put the ball in harm's way. He's got a big arm. Yeah, he still needs a little more time in the oven in terms of making his reads and making those reads on time, I should say. You do see him, especially deep or toward the sideline, him to be a tad late occasionally on reads, which, hey, those are going to turn into dangerous throws in the NFL, but kind of is what it is. Brandon's right. Don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop into this draft. And the draft room's always open. If there is a free team, feel free to hop in here and take control of a team. All right. Oh, here you go. Oh, Virginia's still missing. Down 13 now. Golly, dude. William, I'm best. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Illinois or Iowa State? Illinois, dude. Iowa State. What, they've been hot recently, but I think Illinois is just a better team. Those are that is the teams I have going to what that would be like the Sweet 16. I have Arizona getting bounced in the second round to Drake. Or Nevada, my bad. Nevada. Dude, Arizona has destroyed so many of my brackets in the past. Screw them, dude. Screw them. All right, we got the Bears. Their pick is in. Let's see Caleb Williams, or does someone want to meme this draft? It's Caleb Williams. Thoughts on Cody's promo last night? It was fun. I liked it. I liked Cody's promo quite a bit. I like that he kind of went out and talked some good mess, and he did it in a controlled manner. You're not a heel. You're a butthole. I love that. I loved that line. How do you learn all these draft prospects? I watch them. I try to discover other ones. Okay, so I discover who to watch either from like if there's someone that I hold high regard in terms of their opinion, if they're talking about a prospect, then I want to go watch that prospect, or I'll just look at analytics, be like, oh, this guy's analytics are pretty nice. I want to go and see if I could find some tape on him. Obviously, with those like FCS guys, it's a little tougher to get tape on. More so like a Villanova was tough to get tape on. There's a Ferris State corner. I don't know how I'm gonna get tape on him, but golly, dude, his tested times were kind of nuts. I wonder what the Goat House has in store when he'll be a GM for the Bears. Oh, is he for the Bears? Golly, must be nice. Just call this time March Sadness as an Arizona fan. Yeah, it kind of is. Like Arizona for like the better part of last 10 to 15 years have done nothing but ruin my brackets anytime I've had them go in like far. So we got Washington. They're taking Drake May. We got Jaden Daniels going to the Vikings. Oh, they traded up to 3. Hello. Cost 3 first-round picks, but that's about right for the price. Marvin Harrison Jr. going to the Cardinals, by the way. William, thank you for becoming a bro, dude. I'll give you a little cowbell. Give you a little cowbell. You got Idaho tape on Hayden. I haven't yet. If you have the draft guide, you'll notice he's a name that I have no eval for or anything yet. Haven't got to him. Only from what I saw, I think he was at the Hula Bowl. Are the Eagles the best team this year? Probably not yet. Where do I find tape? Hurdle, Caddy's cutouts. Honestly, sometime you can find offensive line tape on YouTube. I'm gonna be real. And if it's really small schools, sometimes you could just hit up the the athletic department and they're more than happy to like send you tape for smaller schools. Is there gonna be a YouTubers walk the mock this draft? Apparently. I don't know. I'm hosting something for Walk the Mock. Do you think Paul Heyman is setting a trap for Cody on Friday? I don't think he is on purpose. I think The Rock, though, is going to do something. And it's going to be kind of wild because it's going to be like, oh, Roman Reigns totally intended for it to be a one-on-one and whatnot, no bloodline, but The Rock's going to do his own little thing because he's The Rock. Malik Neighbors going to the Chargers. We've got Joe Alt going to the Giants. Interesting one. I don't know, dude. If I'm the Giants, you got Jermaine Luminor. You got Evan Neal. I think I'd rather go receiver. So the Raiders trade up to get Olu Fashanu. Wow. Trade a second this year and a second next year. Ugh. Feeling Minnesota will trade when the draft comes up. They're really eyeing the 3rd pick from the Pats. Yeah, we'll see what happens. If a top tier tackle isn't available for the Steelers in round 1, do they go corner? Cooper DeJean actually seems like a good fit due to his versatility. I think they could. Like, honestly, the Steelers could really do whatever the hell they want. They're sitting in a good spot where they could get a tackle, they could get Jackson Powers Johnson. They could get a corner. Like, there's going to be a lot available to them. If I'm honestly the Steelers, I'd probably just sit on the pick. We got Liatu Latu going to the Falcons. We got the Broncos taking J.J. McCarthy. Did the Broncos just move up? they traded with the Bears, moved up a spot. Okay. Roman Dunze going to the Jets. I like me some Jermaine Illuminor. Illuminor has been a very solid player wherever he's gone. Whether it's the Patriots, whether it's the Dolphins, whether it's the Raiders. He's a really solid player. He's probably gonna end up being the starter. After he's probably gonna win the job over Evan Neal, which sucks. I love Evan Neal. No. All right, here you go, Gojo. You want it in, and now bye bye, Mr. Boy. Tomatonga's heading to WWE, so maybe it's him on Friday. I don't know. I feel like Tomatonga probably be. I don't know if he's gonna. It might be a little too late for him to get involved. He might be a after WrestleMania debut. Barmore extension, please, dude. Christian Barmore's kind of dope. So yeah, Brock Bowers going to the Patriots. I don't love that. I mean, I get it. Hunter Henry ain't nothing special, but I'd rather not. Hey, Dave. Hey. Beg to differ. Hey, to each their own, man. It's always you got your opinion. I got mine. It's A-okay. What is one player from Mississippi State that you think would get drafted, and what round would they go? Dallas Turner, by the way, going to the Bears. The Bears. What up, Pi? How you doing? Mississippi State. Crumdy is not too bad. I think he's probably like a 6th, 7th rounder. But honestly, fairly solid. I think probably, what is it? Who's the corner? Stupid fast. Probably a 5th, 6th round pick. Talanisa Fuaga just went going to the tight ends. Bengals move up, get Brian Thomas Jr. Haha, he kind of is what it is. This is the cool thing about being the Colts. I can sit on this pick and feel great about anything. I'm taking Quinion Mitchell. Too easy. Too easy. Colts are in such a great situation. Why did Liatu go above the 2 best edges? Liatu's pretty solid. He might not be the athlete those other guys are, but he's definitely more put together as a pass rusher. Like, he feels like a seasoned vet already, just by how technically sound he is. I will not be shocked if Liatu Latu goes ahead of, or if he ends up being the first defensive player or the first edge off the board. Hey, Ruben, my day was all right, dude. Just got a lot of recording done. That way tomorrow I just have to really do some input, maybe even sneak in a few evals of guys I really wanted to get to. I've seen some call JPJ the best center prospect in the last decade. What's your opinion? I'm still a big fan of Tyler Linderbaum. I was a big Tyler Linderbaum fan. Like, if you go back to that draft, I think I had him as a top 20 prospect. I would give him the edge over Jackson Powers Johnson, but he's pretty darn close. I haven't felt that way about a center since Linderbaum. Yeah, White Chest. It does feel like the corner class is kind of getting crapped on. I mean, corner's a premium position. They're probably going to go higher. I really think Terrion Arnold and Quinion Mitchell are probably going to the top 15. Terrion Arnold actually going right here to the Jags at, what is this, 17? We saw Byron Murphy go to the Seahawks at 16. We can see how Caleb Williams Pro Day is tomorrow. Yep, USC Pro Day. Been nice, glad to hear. My little brother says hi. He's a big fan of you and the Steelers. Oh well, hello, Ruben's little brother, little Ruben. I wish we could include player trades. That would be that would be dope. I think. I mean, you could discuss it in the chat, but I mean, I'm not gonna know. How did the Panthers get pick 27? They traded pick 26 actually. Oh wow. Panthers gave up quite a bit. That second rounder and a third rounder. I mean, they get a fourth too, but golly. Feels like you're just moving up to move up. Troy Fontenot going to the Saints, and then we got Jared Verse going to the Rams. You should do a 7-round walk the mock. Yeah, we're gonna do at least 2 of those before the actual draft. It's just those are very long streams. I would have to do those on like a Friday night or something. Oh, we got Jerry saying there are rumors that the Steelers asked about McLaurin. Would the Commanders trade him? Could. It could. I mean, keeps that. It's a big contract. You get more. It's a big contract. You get off the books, on top of getting just more draft capital. I think T. Higgins is more likely to get traded than Brandon Ayuk. I heard the Jags were really going after Brandon Ayuk. And it was like the Niners were looking for a first-round pick and a player. I mean, I imagine where they disagreed with was on the player. We got Niners. They moved up to get Johnny Newton. Marius Mims going to the Dolphins. Someone we're gonna like prep for future left tackle. And J.C. Latham going to the Steelers. Do you think Atlanta will get Rome Odunze with the 8th pick and get the second receiver, or do you think they would go with the obvious Dallas Turner pick? I'm gonna be honest, Latavius. I would take Rome Odunze, but I am a sucker for receiver. Just want to poke in real quick. It's 10:20 for me, and I got to be up at 4:30 for work. So good night, bro. Stay safe and stay blessed. Will do. Enjoy your day of work, Ruben. Patriots pick up Cooper DeJean with their second pick. Remember, the Vikings moved up in a trade. They grab Cooper DeJean and Brock Bowers. Do you have a college basketball team? I root for the Huskies. And I mean, this dates back to like when I was a kid. I liked the Yukon Huskies for one because I was a little kid and I liked Huskies a lot. That's why I own Huskies. And 2, it's easy to pick a team as a kid when that team was very good and the Huskies were very good. Had some tough streaks or tough little droughts last few years, but now they're back to playing real good, dude. I got the Huskies winning it all this year. Rome reminds me of Vincent Jackson. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I kind of like that. When does the first running back go off the board? I want to say around pick 50. Somewhere around pick 50. It might be a little before, it might be a little after. What do the Bears do at 9? Well, take a receiver or trade back. All right, well, here comes that Panthers pick. They moved up. They're taking Kool-Aid McKinstry. Well, they do need more cornerback help, I suppose. Really going out on a limb picking UConn to win. Yeah, right, I know. I mean, they've only been the best team in the nation. Adonai Mitchell going to the Cowboys. Jackson Powers Johnson going to the Packers. And we got Kool-Aid, of course, going to the Panthers. Yeah, I had a tough time when it came to my bracket, like what team was gonna shock and surprise and maybe sneak into the Final Four, because I think Purdue has an easy route. I think Houston might have a easy route, but ultimately I think Florida could come out of there. I think Florida could come out of that region. Then it's UConn, and then who did I have? I probably had North Carolina. It'll be interesting. I don't know, man. I didn't watch enough college basketball to really have a diehard or informed opinion. Again, I kind of watched just a little bit. There we go. Hitting my camera. I knew a couple of things. I was thinking about having Alabama get bounced early, but I think they could get by. Like was it Charleston? I think Golden or Grand Canyon's gonna get by St. Mary's. I don't think they could do it. Get by Alabama though. They could though. They could. I knew I was gonna have Arizona get bounced early. I know, man. Kind of tough. Kind of tough. Regardless, after a couple of days, my bracket's gonna be poo poo. Gonna be trashed. Uh, I did go with New Mexico making a little bit of a run though. I don't know if they get by Baylor, man, but I think they can. I think they can. Kamari Lasser going to the Cards, and then we got Nate Wiggins going to the Bills. I want the Patriots to get Drake May. Yeah, that'd be nice. Cooper DeJean, he's got the size and honestly the physical play to play man coverage. Just like he's a good athlete. Like I'm not gonna say he can't play man coverage. What did Green Bay get from San Fran for traded? San Fran didn't trade with Green Bay. San Francisco traded with Philly. Philly got a third rounder. We do have Chargers moving up. Cost them a fourth to move up a couple of spots. So what Oh, because they traded back with the Niners. See, I mean, the trades start getting out of hand, and I just can't keep up with it. Thoughts on Javon Bullard? I love him, dude. Dude's a little like a Mighty Mouse, I guess. Just flies around the field. I really like his range, whether he's playing in the slot. Showed that he could play uh like more of a traditional safety role this past season. I like his versatility, and I just like how he plays. Dude plays with physical nature. Tyler Guyton going to the Chargers. Now we got Baltimore on the clock. You know what I find funny? Like anytime I do a mock draft, and this happens every year, people, regardless of what the pick is, they'll crap on picks. That's just the nature of it. Not everyone's gonna love your picks, right? But then I see those same people when those picks, because to be fair, I do a lot of mock drafts, so I typically have a lot of different I experiment with a lot of different possibilities. So guaranteed, if a team goes somewhere, I usually have talked about it. And I see those people who crapped on that idea, then come to the defense of their team for taking that player. And it's like, no, shut up. Just shut up. You didn't like it when I did it, and your team doesn't, and now you got to go to bat for your team? Get out of here. Buddy, you okay? Yeah? Oh, you're hungry? Go tell mommy. He's got to work. Come in here. Work. Graham Barden. Ooh, I guess you got to replace Zeitler. Graham Barden going to the Ravens is kind of fun. I like that. Trade back with the Chargers on the Eagles. No player worth it at that position I was in, which is fair, dude. Just fair. We got Darius Robinson going to the Lions, and then the Titans taking Keon Coleman. I assume this was a trade up. Yep. Now we got the Eagles up here, picking at the beginning of the second round. Thoughts on Malik Washington? Brett Coleman likes him a ton. Yeah, the dude's really good. I'll be talking about him in my receiver rankings when I get to him. I don't know when I'm going to drop my receiver rankings. There's still a lot of pro days I'm waiting for. Like, I think, Utah's pro days this week? I want that to happen before I actually drop my Edge video. Who do you think is coming out of the NFC South this season? Bucks, Falcons, Saints. Man, you want to go with the Falcons, right? You feel good about the Falcons. But I can see it being the Bucks again, man. That's gonna be a good squad next year. And I don't want to discount the Saints. It's kind of easy to discount the Saints. Derek Carr and such. I don't know. I guess I'll ride with the Falcons, but I'll see. We'll see. Again, over the summer, I do deep dives on every NFL team, and I give you a record prediction. So we'll see. And it's Rakestraw going to the Eagles and Xavier Worthy going to the Falcons. Would JJ be the top QB next year if he stayed in school? Yeah, I would say so. Because, like, just looking at it right now, again, I don't do my deep dives onto next year's class until the summer. Like, what, you got Deion's kid, Shadur Sanders. You got the upside of Jalen Milroe, but there's a ton of, like, there's Quinn Ewers. I was kind of a Jackson Dart mark, but I don't know if he's anything higher than a day 2 pick. I don't know, man. I don't got a great feeling about next year's class. That's just my early feeling on it. So yeah, I imagine JJ would have been probably the top guy. All right, we got. I really like Keaton Oladapo, but he's a day 3 player. Xavier Leggett going to Washington. You got Troy Franklin going to the Panthers, and then JT Sanders going to the Chiefs. Who's better to replace Xavier McKinney with? Bullard? Oh, Bullard, absolutely. I mean, Bullard's a hell of a lot more physical than Kalen Bullock. Both are like... Bullock's more thin, while Bullard's more undersized. Both have a little physicality to them, but I think Bullard's much more physical. I tend to try and write my own history. Caleb Williams, when asked about the Bears QB history. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's that mean? I mean, we all are trying to write our own history. I don't, I don't get what we're trying to do with that comment. I have Oladapo as a top 50 player on my personal big board. Hey man, follow your board. Follow your board. All I can do is give how I feel. I feel better about him as a day 3 pick. Also, what teams do, even if they're high on a player, they will take into consideration a consensus big board and try to figure out, okay, when we may be high on that player, but when do we expect that player to go? So you also want to keep that in mind. Like, okay, for instance, the Patriots, they were high on Cole Strange, but for the most part, everyone and their mom kind of thought Cole Strange was like a mid day 2 pick. So they could have made that selection on day 2. Instead, they do it at the back end of the first. You know? When's my next walk the mock so I can join? Jerry, I think it'll probably be Thursday. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, they want Caleb to pull an Eli. Oh, okay. I don't think he's gonna pull an Eli. Did RG3 come out and say that Caleb Williams should pull an Eli? I don't think he's gonna pull an Eli. I ain't worried about that. I'm on the clock. I do have a trade offer. And I think I'd rather maybe just pick here. There's probably good wide receivers. Like, I really like Ricky Parcell. That's probably where I'm going. Looking at the other guys here. Oh, I do like Javon Baker, but I don't know if he goes here. I'm going to go with Parasol. I'm a huge Parasol guy. All right, so some of the picks that we've had in here. Zach Frazier going to the Bucks. Javon Foster, oh, that's a little early, going to the Commanders. Edgerrin Cooper going to the Packers. Ladd McConkey going to the Texans. Bo Nix going to the Patriots. We got Chop Robinson going to the Titans. Devondre Sweat going to the Saints. Ricky Parasol, going to the Colts. And Devontae Walker going to the Giants. Appreciate it. I thought Bullard also, but with the new DC, I don't know his scheme, how his scheme fits, or the coach tendencies for players he likes. He likes his safeties to be able to play in the box. I mean, look at like Malik Hooker. Was it Javion Curse? Is it Javon Curse? I can't remember. It's Curse. Donovan Wilson. He likes guys that can play in and around the box. All right, we got Roman Wilson going to the Jags. Dude, Colorado State's up by 20. Oh, dude, they're getting by Texas. They are getting by Texas. Tyler Newbin going to the Bengals. Golly, as if that team could use more safeties. Cooper Beebe going to the Eagles. 21-point game. Hey, Virginia has no offense. They only have 14 points. Yep, only 14 points. There we go. Virginia, they got on the board. 16. First point scored since... Golly. First point scored since they said 9:48 p.m.? All right, TJ Tampa going to the Steelers. That's a fun pick. I like that. I like Cooper Beebe as like a midday 2 pick. I don't mind him in the second. We got Braden Fisk coming off the board here to the Rams. So Rams make out pretty good. Who was our first pick? Was Jared Verse? Oh, so they grab, dude, Colbers. You grabbed the teammates. All right. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Always much appreciated, much obliged. We got the Ravens moving up here for who? Let's switch this up. Oh, Jordan Morgan be nice, but you already grabbed a guard, I believe. All right, let's try to get over 100 likes, guys. We only got 50 likes thus far. We got 200 people up in here. Let's get them likes up, please and thank you. Marshawn Nealon. I'm pretty high on Marshawn Nealon. I'm a big fan. And Virginia back to missing buckets. Golly. What's up, Bootsy? How you doing? Jerry, what do you think of the Mellow Trick storyline? Could be the best match. Yeah, I thought they were gonna have like a fatal four-way for the title. I thought it was gonna be like Tony D, Dragonoff, and Trick and Mellow. But I guess not. I guess they're just gonna be separate matches. What wide receiver would be good for Chicago in the third or fourth, in your opinion? I think Javon Baker would be fun. I think Braden Rice will be available around there. You could maybe like a Tez Walker, but I kind of like the bigger body possession guys that have some vertical capabilities, and I think Baker and Rice have that. They have that big body, deep threat to their game. Max Melton going to the Packers. Nealon over Trice? That's how I have it. Texans, they go Mike Sainristil still. He's going to compete for slot there with Desmond King. So we see Chris Jenkins going to the Browns. That feels like a safe pick. I like seeing Christian Haynes go to the Dolphins. That warms my heart. Jordan Morgan going to the Cowboys. Chris Braswell going to the Bucks. Malachi Corley, he might last till the third. I think I got him as like a midday 2 third round pick. Taj, where do you think Taj Washington? I think I got him as a 5th. I mean, he's just a nice route runner that, despite his size, is actually really gritty in traffic and just at the catch point. Brandon Rice going to the Bills. All right, Detroit Lions. It goes Cedric Van Pran. They don't really need a center, though. Eagles. They go with a Braylon Trice. Corley feels like Mooney, but jacked up. Yeah. I mean, dude has a running back build, 5'10", 215. I don't understand why the Steelers are going to let Fields at least compete for the QB job. Then why trade for him? Because Russ isn't a sure thing. Wow, man, Kingsley Mateo really fell in this draft. It's a pretty good pickup here. Back into the second round. Like if things go south, if things go sour with Russell Wilson, keep in mind they only invested 1.7 million in him. Then bam, you got Fields there. You got him. So I mean, I don't mind taking a shot on Fields. Leonard Taylor going to the Cards. Yeah, Roosh. Kind of feels like that with some of these picks. With the first pick, the Bears take JJ McCarthy. Can you imagine? Oh, buddy. Should have went up with that. Chris Abrams-Drake going to the Bucks. Thoughts on Tanner Bortolini of Wisconsin? Oh, dude tested out like a phenomenal athlete. I think he packs some good power in his frame. But he does have a few bad losses on some of his film. Like I think going into the draft process, really it's going into the off season, I had him kind of as a 5th, early day 3 pick. Thought he looked reasonably all right at the Senior Bowl. He had a rough first day, but really came into his own on day 2 and 3 of practices. And then he blew up the combine. Like I think he would be like a late 3rd, early 4th round pick. I think the NFL is going to like him, and he's probably going to go somewhere in the 3rd round. I think he's going day 2. I've only heard you talk about him, but what's up with Quantez Stiggers? Well, the homie had his pro day just a couple of days ago. I think he did it with the Buffalo pro day. I think so, maybe. But dude, it was defensive rookie of the year for the CFL this past year. The guy that initially went to Lane College. Was a 0-star recruit. Did get a scholarship to play football, but because of personal tragedy, ended up dropping out of school and found his way back to football. He was in the fan-controlled fantasy football league or whatever it was, and then ends up one of the, I think it was the OC for Toronto Argonauts, where it's like, hey, you should come try out for the squad. He ends up playing for Toronto. Super nice. Great story. I think I did a sleepers video where I go into a little more depth on him. Falcons in mock. Just traded 3rd for a 5th and Hassan Reddick from the Eagles. Oh, okay. I'm not going to remember that, but that's pretty cool. Jalen Polk, dude, good players fall. Guys, good players fall every year in the draft. And that's going to be very true with this wide receiver class. All right, Patrick Paul going to the Chiefs. We got Christian Jones going to the Commanders. Jalen Polk going to the Patriots. And then we have Jermaine Burton, Steelers, Michael Penix, Giants, and Bo Limmer, the Cards. Invite Hail Mary Sports, Alex. Invite him to what? What is he? Let me check my Discord. Hold on. Let me switch to this. He's not even online. I can't invite him. He's not even online yet right now. Friday, me and Alex will be back talking football. I think on my channel this week. Nope, this one. There we go. Yo, look at that. That's so trippy with my head over here. That's so trippy. Zach Zittner going to the Jets. I mean, honestly, like Bullseye, that's my favorite thing about the draft process. Looking at some of these guys' stories. Like looking at some of these guys' stories and what they've either had to go through or like what they've been through or what they do in terms of what they do maybe in their community and whatnot. It's very fascinating. It allows you to get invested in some of these guys and their story and wanting to see them like succeed. Peyton Wilson going to the Bucks. Invite Alex to the mock. Alex could join whenever. Well, I don't think we have a free team in this mock. We don't have an available team. Yo, if he wants to take part in the walk the mock thing with the YouTube content creators, then he could hop in, dude. He could do that. I'm not running it. I'm just hosting it. Malachi Corley going to the Eagles. All right, Bears. Rook Arohoro going to the Bears. The Bears. Right, I do have a pick coming up. So I should start looking around. I think you mentioned the next year's draft being weak. No, just the quarterback class. How would you rank the running back? Seems stacked. No, the running back class is stacked. Like, dude, the edge class next year is going to be good. I'm just saying next year's class, quarterback-wise, is really weak. That's what I'm saying about next year's class. Goathouse lately has been mocking J.C. Latham in the top 10, even above Joe Alt. Your thoughts? Hey, to each their own. I think Joe Alt is a blue chip prospect in this class. J.C. Latham's pretty darn good, but I don't think he's on the level of Joe Alt. Devin, Jatavion Sanders is already taken. Luke McCaffrey going to the Broncos. Junkins top 10 potential. I'm not the guy that'll be rooting for a team to take a running back in the top 10. I'm just not that guy. How would you rank the overall talent of the last 5 draft classes? Oh, golly, dude. Putting me on the spot to have to remember all that. Like, as the draft classes in general, too. That's tough. All right. We saw Mason Smith come off the board. There's a ton of run backs, Devin. Like you mentioned, Ollie Gordon. You got Demarion Hampton, Singleton from Penn State. Here, I could pull it up real quick. Cam Hart going to the Commanders. All right. Here, I'm just gonna pull up my watch list for this summer. Because there's a ton of players already I got listed on there that I need to go and watch, or that I will go and watch this summer. But you got Jaden Ott out of California, Ashton Genty, Boise State running back. Damian Martinez out of Oregon State, Trevor Etienne out of Florida, though I think he transferred. You got Rocket Sanders, who's now at South Carolina. I was a big fan in this draft class of Jaquavius Marks out of Mississippi State, but now he's over at USC. I liked Devin Neal a lot out of Kansas. He decided to return. Marcus Carroll, who was at Georgia State, now is at Auburn. Kyle, oh, now I got a trade offer. You got Kyle, was it Monagini? I don't know, dude. Rutgers running back. Let's check out this trade real quick. Well, I got a couple of them. Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna send me a 4th round pick because it don't matter none now. I mean, I'm down for that. I don't love necessarily everyone on the board at this pick. Seattle Seahawks take Adisa Isaac. Jalen McMillan going to the Cards. We saw Theo Johnson go to the Saints, and then Dominic Pooney going to the Patriots. Do you like? Oh, I love Will Johnson, dude. Evan Stewart, I haven't checked out a ton, so I don't really have any thoughts on him. Marquez Cooper, dude, I loved Marquez Cooper when he was at Kent State. I think it was Kent State. Yeah, because now he's at Ball State. Problem is, he is a super undersized back. But I mean, dude, Travion Henderson's going to be in next year's class. You got Jonah Coleman, who's now over at Washington. Who else we got here? Who else? I'm probably sitting on my pick. You're probably going to ask me to trade out. Yeah, hey, I ain't doing that. You got, was it Ronnie Hammond Jr. out of Pitt? Like, it's a really good class next year. Like, a super good class. Even R.J. Harvey, he returned to Central Florida. So, like, the class is just freaking stacked at running back next year. Cam Kitchens going to the Rams. How has Trey Benson not been picked, or Junior Colson? Because good players fall. I'm not gonna pick him for a hot minute. They got some interesting players still on the board here. Yeah. Slow the roll, guys. Kalen Bullock going to the Chargers. We got Junior Colson going to the Browns. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of good players on the board here. What's the deal with Archie Manning? He isn't gonna get any reps till he is draft eligible junior. That seems insane, but you know better. The dude wants to play for Texas. Let him play for Texas. Quinn Ewers is coming back. Cool. Compete. Be the backup. Maybe fate has him somehow start at some point this season. If not, I mean, dude, yeah, he's not draft eligible until his junior year, so just go play your junior year. He probably likes the coaching staff. He likes the situation there. I mean, if you're just chasing somewhere to start, you might not always end up in the best situation. So if he likes where he's at, then let him be where he's at. Let him compete, and we'll see him in 2025. How far in the first round would the Commanders have to trade back in the first round to get a starting left tackle? You could probably trade into like you'd want to get into like the early 20s. Jonathan Brooks going to the Cowboys, as everyone and their mom's probably gonna project. All right, I am on the board. Packers just took Javon Bullard. We have Javon Baker coming off the board for the Bucks. You got Michael Hall Jr. going to the Texans. I mean, shoot, dude, that's a really good backup quarterback, or that's a really good running back. They just lost Zach Moss. Trey Benson's just chilling here. golly. I mean, I don't want to have, like, I honestly think, like, I love Trey Benson, but I'm not looking at trades, guys. I think I'm going to take Jonah Ellis, dude. Even Kieran Amagachi, yo, hold up. Talent is just impeccable here. Impeccable. Even Jaden Hicks, holy moly. I think I'm actually going to take Jonah Ellis. Develop him as a pass rusher. Quiddy Pay, I mean, is Quiddy Pay going to end up being brought back? It's not like he's really showing anything crazy. So I like that. I like that draft for the Colts. Feel good about it. Yeah, I get it. The NFL loves reps and whatnot, but we've seen one-year wonders go in the first round. Joe Burrow was a one-year wonder. Colts need a tight end badly. Not like yes and no, but I mean, if it's not Brock Bowers, I'm not terribly excited to have to, like, I don't feel the need to have to go and get one. Like, Jelani Woods missed all of this season with injury. So you're kind of hoping he'll come back this year and look real good. They have Kylan Granson, more of a big slot, but they still have Mo Alley Cox. I mean, I'd rather take a more valuable position, which edge rusher is. So I'm not going to force tight end. Like, Ben Sinnott would have been fun, but I'm not going to lie. Like, I honestly, you could go in the 4th round, because what? This is the beginning of the 4th round. This is pick 4 in the 4th round. And I would feel great. I could get Ben Sinnott. Maybe he's available there. Lions, they go Jerry and Jones. That's fun. Cade Stover is off the board. But even like Jared Wiley, like, there's guys you can get in day 3. I'm not rushing to the podium to grab a tight end if there's better value on the board. I know this is a silly question, but what are the Browns thinking with the Jerry Jeudy extension? Sounds like they want Jeudy for the long haul. What it also sounds like is they're going to be getting off Amari Cooper's contract after this season. All right, we got Kyrie Jackson going to the Ravens. Renardo Green still being on the board. That's a good pickup by the Packers. And Brandon Dorlish going to the Chiefs. What happened to the Carolina pick? Tons of trades. Tons of trades. I forgot about Woods. Must have been out the whole year. Yep, he was. He was out the whole year. I don't even know if he played at all this season. I mean, I guess I could pull that up. I have notes on that. Let's see. Go to my drive. NFL deep dives. Indianapolis Colts. So Jelani Woods was out with a hamstring. And I know he re-aggravated it. And I honestly don't think he played any snaps this past season. Kieran Amagaji ends up being a really good pickup for the Bengals. Christian Mahogany going to the Jags. That's fun. Jelani Woods even step foot on the field. Offensive snaps. Let's sort this out to tight ends. Oh, whoops. There we go. Sort it out to tight ends. Yeah, Jelani Woods didn't even take a snap this year. Just couldn't even get on the field. They also have Will Mallory on the roster. Still more of a receiving option, but he's on the roster. Trey Benson going to the Rams. That feels like a great pick. He played? Are you sure? I didn't see him have I don't see any registered snaps for him. Jalen Wright, all these running backs going right here late in preseason. Okay, preseason don't count. We're talking about the regular season. Preseason don't count. Blake Corum going to the Chargers. Jalen Wright going to the Commanders. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care about preseason. I used to, not anymore. All right, let's run through these. Arizona Cardinals, they go Marvin Harrison Jr., Kamari Lassiter, Keaton Oladapo, Leonard Taylor, Bo Limmer, and Jalen McMillan. Atlanta Falcons going Latu, Xavier Worthy. Baltimore Ravens, they go Graham Barton, Marshawn Nealon, and Kyron Jackson. Buffalo Bills go Nate Wiggins, Brendan Rice. Carolina Panthers go Kool-Aid McKinstry and Troy Franklin. The Bears go Caleb Williams, Dallas Turner, and Rook Orohoro. We got the Bengals going Brian Thomas Jr., Tyler Nubin, and Kieran Amagaji. Browns, they go Chris Jenkins and then Junior Colson. Cowboys go Adonai Mitchell, Jordan Morgan, and Jonathan Brooks. That's pretty solid. Denver Broncos, J.J. McCarthy, and then Luke McCaffrey. Playing for his dad's team. Ain't that fun? Detroit Lions, Darius Robinson, Cedric Van Pran, and Jarrian Jones. Jarrian Jones. I get Jarrian Jones could play on the outside. Like, he just played in the slot this past season and had a career year. I feel like he's a slot corner at the next level. But I'm not going to say, he can't play outside. Green Bay Packers, they go Jackson Powers Johnson, Edwin Cooper, Max Melton, Javon Bullard, and Renardo Green. Houston Texans go Ladd McConkey, Mike Sainristil, and Michael Hall Jr. Indianapolis Colts go Quinion Mitchell, Ricky Pearsall, and Jonah Ellis. Feels like I had a good draft. Jacksonville Jaguars go Terrion Arnold, Roman Wilson, and Christian Mahogany. Kansas City Chiefs go Jatavion Sanders, Patrick Paul, and Brandon Dorless. Chargers, they go Malik Neighbors, Tyler Guyton, Kalen Bullock, and Blake Corum. Rams go Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, Cameron Kitchens, and Trey Benson, just staying in the state of Florida there. Raiders, they go Olufashanu and Mason Smith. Got the Miami Dolphins going on Marius Mims and Christian Haynes. Minnesota Vikings go Jaden Daniels. They trade up to 3. New Orleans Saints go Troy Fautanu, Devondre Sweat, and Theo Johnson. New York Giants go Joe Alt, Devontae Walker, and Michael Penix Jr. New York Jets go Roma Dunze and Zach Zittner. Philadelphia Eagles go Ennis Rakestraw Jr., Cooper Beebe, Braylon Trice, Malachi Corley, and Cade Stover. Pittsburgh Steelers go J.C. Latham, T.J. Tampa, and Jermaine Burton. Seattle Seahawks go Byron Murphy, Adisa Isaac. San Francisco 49ers taking Johnny Newton and Kingsley Suamatea. Tampa Bay Buccaneers go Zach Frazier, Chris Braswell, Chris Abrams-Drain, Peyton Wilson, and Javon Baker. I like a lot of these players. Tennessee Titans go Talanisa Fuanga, Keon Coleman, and Chop Robinson. And last but not least, the Washington Commanders go Drake May, Xavier Leggett, Javon Foster, Christian Jones, Cam Hart, and Jalen. All right, hopefully you had a great time tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with a walk the mock. Maybe we'll have another one on Thursday. But yeah, until then, hey, thanks for hanging out. On your way out, can go ahead, hit that thumbs up. It's always much appreciated, much obliged. Do you see anyone else getting traded before the draft? I would like to say we might see T. Higgins, but maybe they'll settle that whole situation with him. I don't know. We'll see. I am hoping for L'Jarius Sneed trade, but I don't know, man. It feels like he's might be coming back to Kansas City. But thanks for hanging out with me. Y'all have a great rest of the night. Again, hit that thumbs up on your way out. Let's try to get that to 100 likes. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.